What starts out as just another celebrity divorce has really spiraled into this incredibly bitter custody war. Today, we're going to break down the escalating conflict between Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, and at the center of it all, the future of their 4 children.
And this quote right here, this feels like a major turning point. After what sources say has been nearly a year of frustration, Kim Kardashian has apparently hit her breaking point with Kanye West's role, or lack of a role, as a parent. This isn't just another headline, you guys. This sounds like the start of a huge legal fight.
So, that breaking point, it seems to be leading to a massive legal shift. Word is, Kim is getting ready to file for full custody. That's a move that could completely shatter their family's dynamic and change their relationships for good.
Now, this isn't just about who gets the kids on the weekends. It's a full-on legal strategy. The plan, reportedly, starts by making what Kim claims is already happening official, that she's the one doing all the full-time parenting. The next step is to lock that down legally with a full custody filing. But wow, that last step, potentially erasing the West name, that would be a huge symbolic move to distance the kids from their father's whole public persona.
But, there are 2 sides to every story. And from Kanye's perspective, it's a completely different narrative. In a post from earlier this year, he basically painted this picture of a conspiracy against him, claiming people were trying to freeze his money, throw him in jail, and, in his words, take my kids away.
So, as the world he built with Kim is kind of crumbling, Kanye seems to be busy building a totally new one. His focus has reportedly shifted completely to his new wife, Bianca Censori, in a partnership that seems to be just as much about art as it is about their life together.
And this is where things get really wild. It's like 2 completely different realities are happening at the same time. On one side, you have a father who, reportedly, is so distant he hasn't even spoken to the mother of his children in months. But on the other side, you have a husband who's so all in on his new wife that he's apparently obsessed with making her an even bigger star than Kim, talking about her natural beauty being the next huge thing.
So where's all this new focus going? Well, not into family life, that's for sure. It's being channeled into these really provocative and honestly surreal art projects. A perfect example is Bianca's recent art exhibit in South Korea. It was a series of performances that just left a lot of people scratching their heads.
So what happens when your public image just takes on a life of its own? That's kind of the question at the core of Bianca's exhibit. It featured these doppelgangers, or clones of herself. The idea was to show how a celebrity's identity can get fractured into all these different versions in the public's mind.
Then there was this one really striking scene. Bianca, in a full red latex suit, just meticulously preparing a meal in a kitchen. And the message there? It seems to be a pretty direct, pretty provocative jab at the traditional domestic roles that society expects from women.
But the part that really got everyone talking, really, was this. Bianca's clones were posed as human furniture, like chairs, lamps, tables, which she then actually used. It was bizarre. And for a lot of people who saw it, a really unsettling image.
Okay, but here's the official explanation, and it's a real head-scratcher. The exhibit claims it's not about celebrating women being treated like objects, but about confronting it. The argument is, basically, if society is going to treat women like objects anyway, she's going to take control of that narrative and force everyone to look at how grotesque it really is.
And while all these artistic statements are making headlines, the real-world fallout from this parental split is playing out in the life of their 12-year-old daughter, Northwest, who's now stepping into a massive spotlight of her own.
So, with her mom's permission, Northwest just launched a public Instagram account, and the result? An absolute explosion of attention. We're talking over 100,000 followers in the first 24 hours. Just like that, a 12-year-old is catapulted into the global spotlight.
And man, the backlash hit almost instantly. People raised alarms right away. She's only 12. The account is public, not private. And as a lot of people pointed out, her followers already include a bunch of grown men. With a mom as incredibly busy as Kim, the real fear here is that this account is just an unsupervised doorway to potential exploitation. This whole thing, it's not a new fight. Not at all. North's presence on social media has been a battleground for her parents for years now. It's a very public clash over 2 totally different ideas on how to raise a kid in the age of extreme fame.
Let's just rewind the clock a bit to 2022. You had Kanye publicly drawing a line in the sand about North being on social media.
He was absolutely adamant, especially about TikTok, saying he would not let his daughter be used by these huge corporations because he was terrified of the exploitation that comes with online fame.
Now, fast forward to today, and the response to all the public concern is, well, it's completely different. After some backlash over one of North's recent posts, a comment, supposedly from North herself, using Kim's phone, just dismissed all the criticism as a non-issue. It's a response that is the total opposite of her father's once fierce protectiveness.
And that really just leaves us with the one question that's been hanging over this entire saga. You've got one parent accused of basically abandoning his role and the other seemingly embracing the exact kind of exposure he was so afraid of. It really forces you to ask, in this high-stakes battle of fame versus family, who is actually looking out for the kids stuck in the middle?